Hey guys, so we are back. I know the connection's a little weak here, but we are gonna finish up this with another 10 minutes. So come join us, come be a part of this, and the nuggets are just, the diamonds dropping here are phenomenal. So we're gonna step back in and we're gonna check out the last part of their amazing presentation on adapting screenplay or novel to screenplay. So let's sneak back in.
That's the disconnect you have to get. And the hardest thing for any author is to actually sit back and let somebody else take your work and slice it up and dice it and do whatever, change it, whatever. And one of the things that has been beneficial that I learned from Kevin, by letting go, seriously letting go and going, okay, I can write more. I can write more stories, right? That's what got me through all that. After we started winning awards for this book's thing in Hollywood, I realized he obviously knows what he's doing. He did it right. People are recognizing it. And so as I've had producers call me and say, you know, how do you feel if we were to change this to, you know, a different percentage past, present? How would you feel if we were to change the characters? How would you feel if we were to rewrite it so that it's in a different place? I'm like, okay, we'll do it. Let us know what you want, we'll do it.
That's right. And anyway, you're a business.
Right.
And you want to fund the perfect life. So do what you can. Hand it to the right people. These are the money people. They'll handle to other money people and so forth. Eventually, there's this cycle that comes back to you of rewards, which is financial. Then you can do another creative force because you really have it in you. J.K. Rowling didn't just do one book. She didn't just do two. She didn't just do three. She didn't just end on Harry Potter. Now she's going to do other books, and then she also co-write. So try and, of course, we'll be married to it because that's how you're going to really have passion to deliver the content. Also, if you get to a point, Tasha, where you cannot disconnect yourself, ask people questions and say to them.
I have no problem with anyone editing my work or telling me to change stuff. I really, because in my opinion, it's like, okay, you guys have the professional and the level of it. The question I had was, when adapting something that has like a chapter and a half to describe a scene, and then you've got to get it down to like a half a page in a screenplay, how to preserve that sentence.
Even one sentence.
One sentence. Just one
One
sentence.
sentence.
Okay.
That's where you become mature from just being an author to being purposeful. Big difference.
Let me give you something, offer you something that will make you feel better about that. You will have a book with all the description of the scene that you need in there. Yeah, so if somebody wants more, which they always will, because they always say after seeing the movie, is there a book? Where's the book? Are you going to read the book? Yeah. You'll have that description and that meat and potatoes that you savor as a writer in here. But the script, they don't want it. They don't want that.
This will never see the light of day in a sense of on the shelves of all on Amazon and so forth. That will. And that's when you go on tour and you do author or signatures and so forth. Be purposeful. Don't just be married and keep it yourself and take it to your grave, which is the richest place in the world, is to go to a graveyard, because everyone's taking their great ideas and they went to the grave.
That's true.
Let it go. Let them do what they're going to do. I've had scripts that have been out of my hands for 2 years and they got slaughtered. So I went from winning awards and going to Berlin and winning the Bear Award for my screenplay writing, selling that off, and then I get their version which has been slaughtered, and I knew it was junk because I know I've read so much, I know exactly what I threw it away. 2 days later I got the rights back. I was back in my hands again. So just be patient, but come from purpose and contribution, because then it comes back at you. But most people don't want to let go, and then they don't go in. Marti lets go, and now she does. And also because she aligns herself with the right people. Sometimes you have to do a lot of interviewing, lots of meets and greets, and go on different conventions to meet a lot of people. Action solves everything, not money. Marti cannot put money into making her book great. Her action of writing solves everything. Then it came to me as a screenplay, absolutely.
So to answer kind of your question too about making it tight, I can't remember who asked that question, Joyce. Okay, so this board is an example of somebody else's sticky tabs that they use to write their scenes. Same thing. I mean, you go after you've got it down, you think you've got this is good, this is a great screenplay, but geez, it's 140 pages, and I really want to get it down to the 90 to 110 tops is what you want for a script.
Yes.
Lower towards 90
page
better.
is minute of screen time.
Correct.
Technically, yeah. But if you have a lot of action, like if there's something that's going to happen, and like they're, I don't know, like they're sailing a ship into the middle of the Caribbean, and
video or
slowness
something,
fighting.
yeah.
You could have maybe 2 lines of that action that really would take up 7 minutes on the script. So you gotta be a little aware of that. So maybe your screenplay would be 90 pages versus somebody else that has more
Don't do a 150, a 200, 300
They won't do
screenplay.
that.
They will drop it in the trash.
Yeah.
They're not interested. Rather make episode 1, 2, and 3. You know what I mean? Rather break it up. Like George Lucas did. He wrote a 7-part script, cut in half, and went and did Star Wars 4 first. You know what I mean? Hollywood's very egotistical, and in order to feed the monster, give the monster what they want. Because if you don't, they're going to brush you off.
That's true. That's probably the most important thing you'll hear right now is in here. So this is a great idea for you to tighten it. You just go back in and look at it and go, this isn't working, and then compare your script and look for all of the, you don't want to have more bite. Anything you can turn into dialogue, turn it into a dialogue, get rid of all the parentheticals, and
what's important is sometimes you might have an amazing script and you really want to, it's always important to kind of keep it credit. So there's script doctors. Me and Marty have been script doctors. We've taken other people's content, rewritten it for them, made it nice and tight and handed it back to them with no credit at all. Just a paycheck. That's okay. To me and Marty, we're polishing our skills. We're polishing our skills, polishing our skills, polishing our skills. The more content you work on, the more scripts that we have read, and I've read, you don't understand the impact it has on your train of thought and on your mind and on your creativity. So when Marty brought me her book, I had read so many screenplays, I worked in so many feature films. I had a lot of value to Marty, and it was exponential growth for her. It was vertical growth. Instead of just kind of this flat plateau, she went vertical within a year.
And part of that is because of who Kevin is and his background. So my caveat as an author who is, I'm in the same boat you guys are. How do I get my script seen by the right people? What do I do? You have to get an editor or somebody. If you get somebody, Leah, let me take your script and I'll just pitch it for you. Don't let them do it, because that's a huge red flag that they're going to steal your content. But if you find an editor, the first question I always say, well, what have you done? Which is why when Kevin says, look me up on IMDb, I thought, okay, I'll go look you up. Who are you? I pull it up and there's his credits. And I went, whoa! So, he didn't even have to say anything. I was like knocking on his door, help me, And graciously enough, he did that. Now we've turned into quite a writing team, and we've done really, really well together.
This is the partnership.
Dynamics work.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because this was Marty, when I first met Marty with her script, this was her. I had to come from space at 100,000 to look at her work. Because she was too married, she was too connected. And I had to let her know, I'm not gonna BS you, I'm not gonna kiss you, that's not fair. I'll be lying to you, I'll be sabotaging you. I'd rather set her up for success than set her up for failure. So Marty, let's sit down and we had to go through this systematically. It's not just overnight. And it took her time to release
It's
herself
a trust
and
thing.
understand.
It really is.
And people, a lot of people in Hollywood BS you. There's a lot of BS in Hollywood.
Sorry about that. We're closing out. We're 5 minutes to the end. If you guys ever get a chance to see Marty live or Kevin live, I'm going to recommend doing it because this class has been phenomenal. So check back in. If you missed the first part of this video, go check that out because there were some serious diamonds dropping there. I hope you enjoyed, and Marty, we'll see you next time, guys.